Hi, I'm City Records Officer Brad Houston. Today, we're going to be talking about how OneilOrder affects records transfers and how you can help make your new transfers ready for access sooner by using a new version of the records transfer form. If you haven't completed the modules on searching and requests, you're probably going to want to do those first. So, when you add a box to your inventory, what you're actually doing is making a request to transfer boxes to the City Record Center, which we will review and approve before accepting boxes into our holdings. There are two main ways to accomplish this addition, both of which we'll cover briefly. If you have a small number of items to transfer, you'll probably want to enter the boxes directly into OneilOrder. You can do this by going to your records grid and under the inventory menu on the far right here, clicking on Add Container. If you already added folders for a request, the process is similar, except that you have more folders to be filled out here. In particular, you need to complete all of the fields that are starred so that we have an idea of what the retention is on what you're sending. If you're not sure about the record series number, you can start typing one, and a list of your department's applicable record series will come up. You'll want to do a short description. In this case, we'll say example files. The contents end date is particularly important because with the retention series, it tells us when these boxes are due to be destroyed or archived. In this case, we will do 12/31/18. You need to put in your item code, department code, as usual. It is also important to change the temporary number down here if you have more than one box, because that's what we're going to use to identify boxes when you bring them over. All right, so hit Add to Cart. You should be seeing this dialog box pop up, which is just like if you made a request. Fill it out the same way, but make sure the action you select is Receive rather than Access. None of the rest of these fields are mandatory, so if you're okay with that, just click Add to Cart. Cancel out of that. Go to Checkout Web Order. Hit Place Web Order. And we will get a notification that you have boxes to drop off at the Record Center. We'll call or email you to work out the logistics of getting them down to us. At the end of the process, you'll receive a printout of all boxes requested for transferring this way, which will serve as the transfer list for your reference, like so. The other way that you compare boxes for transfer is by using the new transfer sheets. So let's stop share momentarily. And we are going to share said transfer sheet. This is available on the Records Management website and the Mint, and is now a spreadsheet rather than a Word document. This lets you more easily copy and paste file manifests and sort as needed, and lets us quickly import a bunch of boxes into the system at once. If we open up here, see it looks a lot like the old form, and if you try to print it, it will look almost exactly like the old form. So let's take a look at the print preview here, just in case you don't believe me. Okay, looks pretty similar. There are a few key differences. First, this header info here. You should fill out as much of it as you can, but you must fill out the department number and the date of transfer in the formats indicated right here. We need those particular fields because we use them to create a unique transfer number that you can search on later if needed. If you don't know your number off the top of your head, and frankly, I don't blame you, you can go to the department tabs on the spreadsheet and look it up. So in this case, CCCC 133. If you don't see your department on there, give us a call and we can set one up for you. Next, the box lines. As with the old form, leave the two columns in gray alone. They are for CRC's internal use in the records management system. You should, however, be extremely sure to enter your departmental box numbers and make sure that they correspond to the numbers you put on the labels. As always, record series and start and end date must be filled out for us to accept the records, and all of your boxes should have some sort of description of the contents. The more specific you are, the easier it will be to find records later. If you want to include specific folders in this list, you can, but make sure that it's clear which box these folders belong to. The way that I usually tell people to do it is start a new box number when a new box starts. If you need more lines because you're transferring a large number of boxes, go to the Additional Pages tab. This tab has the same number of fields as the main sheet, but inherits the contact information and, importantly, allows you to add rows to the bottom so you can transfer as many boxes as you can carry. The Descriptions tag is for long descriptions that you need to have as part of the box record. In general, you won't use this, but there are some cases, such as when you have a large number of non-continuous file ranges, where it will be appropriate. If you aren't sure if your description needs to go here, just put it in the main sheet. We'll move it later. The last tab you'll find on the spreadsheet is Detailed Instructions, which further explain how to use this sheet. For your convenience, it includes the people to whom you'll have to send this form and who you should call for drop-off. Once we receive the form, we'll upload the boxes and they'll be in our system, ready to be accessed as needed. Now, the question becomes, do I have to submit this electronically? The answer is no. As of recording this, it was deliberately formatted, as you saw, so you can print and send it down with the records at the same time. That said, after departments have gotten a little used to the form, we are going to require an electronic copy as well for ease of data entry. So best to get used to it sooner than later. With that, you've completed the main functions of the Records Coordinator's training for OneilOrder. Good job! If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at recmgr@milwaukee.gov. Thanks for tuning in.